recent years, crime has been a growing concern for communities around the globe. A critical component of understanding criminal activities is analyzing the types of weapons used. Among these, guns have often dominated headlines, yet there's another category worth examining: blunt objects. Today, we delve into the statistics comparing the use of blunt objects versus guns in crime reports, revealing insights into the realities of weapon-related offenses. We begin by examining the widespread perception of gun crimes. Firearms are often seen as the quintessential instrument of violence, evoking images of fatal shootings and armed robberies. Statistics indeed support this narrative, and according to recent crime reports, firearms are involved in the majority of violent crimes, particularly homicides. For instance, in the United States, approximately 73 of all murders are committed with a firearm, underscoring the weapon's notoriety. However, a closer look at the data reveals a more nuanced picture. While guns may account for a significant portion of homicides, crimes involving blunt objects are surprisingly prevalent, particularly in certain categories. Defined as any heavy, non-sharpened item used to inflict harm, blunt objects include everything from baseball bats to hammers. Despite seeming less threatening, these items often play a significant role in violent confrontations. Consider this. In some jurisdictions, blunt objects have been found to be the weapon of choice in a noticeable percentage of aggravated assaults and robberies. For instance, the Federal Bureau of Investigation reports that in 2019, 4% of murders involved blunt objects. While this figure pales in comparison to the incidence of firearms, it still indicates that hundreds of fatalities arise each year from blunt force trauma in the US alone. Moreover, the accessibility and ubiquity of blunt objects make them appealing tools for crime. Unlike firearms, which are subject to stringent controls and regulations, everyday items like bats or metal walls are readily available. This accessibility can make blunt objects a spontaneous choice for assaults, particularly during domestic disputes where weapons are not premeditated. Globally, the scenario varies considerably. In countries with stringent gun laws, the incidence of blunt object crimes can be more pronounced. For example, in Australia, where gun control laws have significantly reduced firearm ownership, there has been a reported increase in crimes involving alternative weapons, including blunt objects. This adaptation suggests that when firearms are less accessible, other forms of weaponry fill the void, emphasizing the adaptability of crime methods to the tools at hand. In conclusion, while guns undeniably represent a significant portion of the threat landscape in violent crimes, it is critical to also consider the role of blunt objects. They offer a stark reminder of the prevalence and diversity of weapons used in crimes. Understanding these patterns not only informs law enforcement strategies, but also aids communities in developing more comprehensive safety protocols. As we continue to analyze crime reports, the statistics on blunt objects versus guns illuminate the complexities underlying weapon-related violence. Acknowledging the role of different weapons allows for better informed policies and potentially more effective crime prevention measures, safeguarding communities and enhancing public safety.